Wait for the.
And now,
Villainous speaks.
Ew, what's going on, people? These guys are back. We getting it in again. Color Content Podcast.
Gang.
Gang's all here.
I'm gonna use that squeal at a live event so that way people will know who the fuck I am.
I won't say the gang's all here. We have a few people missing tonight, but it's all good. We're gonna carry on and rep for them. I see my man Chris Gully already up in the chat. What up, bro?
Yo, what up, Chris Fury?
Yeah. Blurred's eye view in the building. What's going on, y'all? Hopefully y'all are enjoying the podcast. Have been enjoying it so far. I'm gonna introduce myself. I am Nix, the curator, I guess. You know, the brains behind the operation. You know, I'm better than you, and you know it. So I'm gonna move on to my fellow potters, my fellow color commentary team. I'm nothing without my team, though. We're gonna pass it over to my man here representing Blurred Over.
What's up, everybody? It's Started Jones, baby! Boom!
Yes, that is my guy, man. Shout out to Blurred Over, yo. Y'all really do y'all thing for real. I love
Facts.
Appreciate it.
Facts. Love them all.
All right. Well, my missus isn't here tonight, so the MRS is not here, but MIS slaying it at work.
Oh my God, really?
Giving us the work drip, designing women
it.
who.
I'm gonna have to turn it into some content, I guess. People keep talking about it, so
hey, everything is content.
You're right, very right.
Except when I sleep.
Right.
Hi, I'm Lucia.
Yeah, please never change that. It's just hi, I'm Lucia.
I should, because I haven't. I was listening to y'all last week, and y'all were so good. I was like, dang, I should come up with something, and this is it.
You will. Don't worry. You will. You got this.
How about this? We got Lucia the Enforcer.
Yes.
That part.
I like
The
that.
enforcer.
I like that. The enforcer.
The enforcer for life. There we go. Let's go. There you go.
Yes.
Whoa.
And last but not least, the big homie.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening. It is your frosty bearded blur the corner. I'm sorry, as I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get funky like a monkey here on the Color Commentary Wrestling Podcast, if you will. There you go.
Love that guy so much, man.
I miss
For
him.
real.
Golly, I miss Dusty, boy. His promos.
Rest in peace to American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yes. We're gonna get funky like a monkey. The son of a plumber is gonna do it for you, baby. Yeah.
Son of a plumber, let's get funky like a monkey.
One of the best promos of all time, man.
Absolutely. Hard times. But We're gonna go ahead and get into it, y'all. We ain't gonna be with y'all long tonight or today or whenever y'all are listening to this podcast, but we're gonna go ahead and get it done. Oh, hold up. Do we have a wild Donald spotting? Hold on, wait a minute. What up? What up?
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Take off the hoodie. Give me the hoodie. You can just kind of push him out of frame. I'll take the hoodie. I just push him out of frame. What's going on, nephew?
Nothing much. I was just talking to you probably know or you probably don't, Violet Verse on the phone, No
In other words, your tag team partner. Okay. as
Yeah.
always. I swear to God, you two put together. It's like this is that's all the cute that can be handled. We're gonna be a diabetic country because of y'all. Just it's too sweet. Ugh.
Well, yeah, I just came to pop in and say hi.
It's
Hi,
always good to
guys.
see you,
Hello.
man.
Yeah.
Always. Now, give me the hoodie. I love him. Oh my gosh, I love him.
He pulled that Barry Allen on you.
All right. Mad dash. But yeah, that was Donald, people. He is definitely in the NXT of the Color Commentary podcast. We'll definitely be having him on soon one time.
I like that.
Yes. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall.
All right.
One fall.
One fall.
Oh! Gotta do it right. Just think everyone go, one fall.
We got to do that like every Sunday now. As soon as he says one fall, we all go, one fall.
So we have to.
So there we go from now
Tradition
on.
It is tradition now. WWE Raw. Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins started with a brawl. No, nothing new there. Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss backed up Trish Stratus against Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Bianca and Trish were looking, let's just say God is good. Let's just put it that way.
Exquisite.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of this. Now I gotta look.
Yeah, you do,
God-
because Bianca came out looking
God
like
is
an
good.
absolute.
What was
goddess.
this on SmackDown?
This is
That's
on
Raw.
Raw. Let's Montez Ford tweets every day, God is good, and I see what he means.
And man, that yoga routine Trish is doing.
God is good. Dakota Kai and Io Sky defeated Alexa Bliss and Asuka to advance in the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament Final. So
not Kai and Ty, it's Kai and Sky, right?
Yes. So because they can't do Kai and Ty because that's bad juju on that Kai and Ty.
Facts.
We don't talk about Kai and Ty.
Facts.
Finn Balor defeated Finn Balor defeated Dolph Ziggler. That was so hard to say for some reason. I don't know why. Kevin Owens defeated Chad Gable in a very decent match, and we had the final in-ring return of Bayley. She defeated Aaliyah in a singles match. We then had the Miz and Ciampa defeat Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles via a disqualification. Very, very weird disqualification because I've never seen anyone lose via disqualification because of a kidnapping.
Dexter Loomis.
Who in the if you had your wrestling bingo card, if I make Simon Miller this shit for a second, if you had your wrestling bingo card, you would not have marked lose via disqualification due to a kidnapping.
So you can have a wrestling bingo book and you would never touch this damn thing.
Like, who would have thought you would lose a match via a kidnapping? But I digress.
It's funny because everybody would just sit back and watch and like, where's he going? Someone follow him.
All you saw was legs going over the barrier. He was gone.
Fucking crazy. Then we had the return of returns. Johnny Gargano returned to WWE and super kicked Theory. It was great to watch. I'm glad to see it.
I loved it because if you add all the chatter behind the scenes about that is that they kept it so hush. Even the people who should know didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know until he started walking through and got to gorilla position. I said, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall to see everyone go, it's Johnny! Oh my God, it's Johnny!
And if this means Johnny if this means Johnny Gargano's on Raw, I cannot wait to go to Raw when WWE rolls through Norfolk in November. I cannot wait.
And the best thing about it is Johnny Gargano came back to Rebel Heart.
Yes, Rebel Heart was the theme that was played. Resounding cheers for the man. Glad to see him back.
Does that not sound like an anime opening?
Yeah, it does. Donald said the same thing. It gives you anime vibes, and I think he's right. And in our main
I don't know how
event,
to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about
we
that.
had Edge defeat Damian Priest. During this match, we also had the bump of the week that was given to us by Slim Jones. It was presented, and that Canadian Destroyer was pretty dope. Sponsored by Lulu's Lash Cream. Lulu's Lash Cream.
Oh my god!
High adhesive
for your lyrics and your lashes.
Also by Dr. Pepper.
See, we can't afford Dr. Pepper, man. We can't.
Oh my gosh.
We cannot afford that. Moving
Brought to
on.
you by Denzel Draws. If you need something drawn, call Denzel.
There we go.
Denzel Draws.
We can afford that.
All right.
Moving on to Tuesday, we had NXT 2.0. Braun Breaker and Tyler Bate agreed to a championship unification match at Worlds Collide. Okay. Gallus defeated Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen via a count out. So pretty deadly loss via count out. Not too thrilled there, but whatever. Grayson Waller interviewed Apollo Crews on the debut episode of the Grayson Waller Effect. Small little brawl broke out there. Cameron Grimes defeated Javier Bernal. Blair Davenport defeated Indy Hartwell in a singles match. And Mandy Rose, Miko Satomura, and Blair Davenport argued over their supremacy in a title match. Then Dexter Lumis returned for Indy Hartwell, which was a very heartwarming reunion of Index, which was very, very cute to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of cute. It was cute. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout outs to Dexter Lumis for having the ability to be one of the largest white guys on the roster and can be slipping in and out of shadows like he is the size of a 5-year-old. He's like, dude, you pop up. I would not want to be a server at a restaurant with him coming out of nowhere.
Not at all.
I quit. Done. You see how big this dude is? I didn't even see him coming. Okay.
Hey, I vote, like if they ever make another Batman movie, I vote for him to be the stunt double.
Yo, he does have that build. I will say that. All right. The Diad defeated Legado del Fantasma. With Santos Escobar being gone, they took that L. Tyler Bate defeated Von Wagner. And Wendy Chu defeated Tiffany Stratton in a lights out match. She slammed her on a Barbie doll bed at ringside to win the match. Okay.
Also, she took some Lego bumps.
No.
Yeah.
Lou's face expressed exactly how I felt when you said that.
NXT 2.0 continues to be trash. Moving on.
But the fact that she took the Lego bumps.
Bring people closer to the ring, make the change, get it back to the black and gold so we can feel like we're watching something substantial and important. Okay.
Hey, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. Like, she took a bump on Legos. That's how much we complain about how it hurts our feet. She got slammed on it.
Sir, you're not a parent if you haven't taken an L on Legos. Okay,
I have.
She took a bump on Legos. Yeah, I'll give her that. So moving on to Wednesday night. Shit. AEW Dynamite.
Shit.
That's the only thing you can say. That's the only thing you can say. That's the only word that will describe that
this
show.
This damn episode here. It's
what the hell?
Okay, so Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia went face to face, kick off the show. To have them interrupted by Bryan Danielson. I believe Bryan Danielson and Jericho should have a custody of Daniel Garcia match at some point soon. FTR's Dax Harwood
But to be
with Cash Wheeler defeated Jay Lethal.
To
This
be-
is a very good match. Dax Harwood is actually a very good singles competitor.
to be
Oh, yeah.
fair, Daniel Garcia, he belongs with the Combat Club more than
Yes.
the Jericho Appreciation Society. He's not
Yeah.
a sport. He's not a sports entertainer. He's a pro wrestler.
Yeah, they even chant that every time he comes out to the ring. So I'm definitely interested to see what happens if they do that. Put Daniel Garcia on a stick match, and whoever grabs him is the
What the hell? Oh my
owner.
God.
That Vince Russo booking.
Yes, sir. Come on now.
Pull the
Work
string
with me.
by his crotch, you win. There you go. That's Daniel Garcia on a stick match.
See, that's the way we do it, bro. We're gonna have Daniel Garcia up on the pole. It's gonna be excellent, bro.
Yes, sir. At the end of the Dax Harwood Jay Lethal match, we actually had something very interesting come out of that. We are now going to see a trios match at All Out, which will be Sanjay. Actually, not Sanjay. Sorry. It will be the FTR along with, I believe,
Wardlow.
Wardlow.
Mhm.
taking on Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Now,
So-
the
so
the,
we-
te- the team of Wardlow and FTR, they should call that team Top Guys.
Actually, you should call it Team TNA versus Team AEW.
Yeah, because
shit.
I'm very interested to see now because we have that wall being broken once again between AEW and Impact. Motor City Machine Guns being now in an AEW ring is good for business, I would say.
I mean, as cool as this is, I was kind of disappointed because I hear Triple H is all buddy with the Guns. I was like, can you imagine if the Guns would have made it to NXT or something like that?
Triple H is buddy with everybody. Who is he not friends with? Come on now.
Then we have Tony Schiavone backstage with the now former AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa.
Gee, that's a shame.
Heartbroken. She has an injury. It is a legit injury, and she has to give the title. And now there will be a interim champion crowned at All Out. It will be Tony Storm versus Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida versus Jamie Hayter in a 4-way at All Out to determine the interim championship. So that should be pretty decent.
What's the do we know what the injury is?
I don't know what the injury or the extent of it, but she definitely is, from the reports, that she actually is indeed injured.
Okay, can I ask a question? Just
Absolutely, you can ask questions.
That's a question. The 4 competitors that have been predetermined to be the competitors to be crowned the interim. Where are the people of color besides Hikaru Shida? Why isn't Athena in that?
I would say
Why isn't Jade in that? Jade, as the TBS champion, should have been injected into that.
The only reason I would say no to those 2 names is, for one, they're already in a program together, and Jade already has a title. It's the same thing how I look at it when they put like a mid-card champion in an event like Money in the Bank or King of the Ring. Like, you already have a title. You shouldn't be competing for this yet because you already have a title. That's just how I think. But at the same time, the reason why I say she's not in this is because Sherry has a title and Athena's already going after the TBS title. I think she's number 1 contender for it, if I'm not mistaken.
So hear me out. Remember in TNA, not Impact, in TNA, when Austin Aries won he won the X Division Championship, and he created Option C. If you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So you have the title. You can give up the title for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. That is an automatic ticket to the big dance. if they are going to create a little more fervor behind this, because right now the women's championship is juggling, it's all over the place. We already know that they're trying to groom Jade to become world champion. So why not give that option? That way, if she does get injected and she does become champion, the TBS title can now be put down to be a gateway to a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship instead of just trying to do wins and losses. Because I'm sorry that some of the matchups, the women are incredible, but like you keep seeing the same people up against each other all the time, and you know they've got a locker room of talent back there, and they're not using it.
And it's going to get even worse because the execs at Warner Brothers Discovery, they want all the known people to be on Dynamite and Rampage, but they want to keep all the lesser known people on Dark and Elevation. So yeah, Warner Brothers kind of screwed AEW over on that one. They've been screwing everybody. Matter of fact, they've been screwing all of Warner Brothers over, like the cartoons and all that.
Did you hear about that, Nick? About them doing that?
Not necessarily in those terms, but with this whole new deal that AEW is making with Warner and with everything that Warner is doing, especially with the DC properties, I wouldn't say it's false at all because they're cutting shit left and right. Warner Brothers ain't got no money right now, so they got to try to make the most money as possible. And if they keep the big things in the forefront and keep the stars, whether it's DC or AEW, keep the stars happy, that could bring in more money, bring in more revenue for them to do other things, and have this plan they have to bring Warner Brothers and Discovery and DC and Turner Properties and everything else to the limelight and be a bigger company. Now, what's that gonna look like in the next couple of years? I have no fucking idea. But I know
they do have
people off.
yeah, that's true.
But unlike Dynamite, Rampage, they're gonna have a little bit more freedom because you're gonna still see like Tony Khan working something out with GCW and have their guys come and show up randomly.
Mm-hmm.
But all Dynamite, strictly AEW stars.
Yeah, see, Chris said the same thing. Probably because of that $20 billion that they're in the hole. Yeah, they ain't got no money right now.
Yeah, that's their fault for backing all the other bullshit. Pardon my German, but So I'm curious
that was definitely English. But go ahead.
The resident queen here in the podcast, what do you think about what I said?
Oh man, I'm so high. I forgot what you said. But I remember, all I do remember is that I did agree with what you were saying. I just can't remember what it was. It was something about the women. See, I was listening.
It seems like what I was basically saying is it always seems like it's the same women being competing for the title. And with Jade having the TBS championship, they should create the option C for them, so that way if she wants, she can use that title as a gateway to compete for the world title. That way the TBS title now becomes the second go-to title that everybody wants, because once you hold this title, that's an automatic shot.
Mm-hmm.
And they really need to start building up more baby faces in the women's division, because we only got Athena, we got Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa, but she's injured, and Sky Blue has been making some appearances, but that's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody else is a heel. Yeah. Britt Baker, her entourage. You got the baddies. You got Ty Conti and Anna Jay. Well, Anna Jay, she should have never been turned heel in the first place, but oh well.
Don't forget Ruby Soho. She's a face, but
she's a face. Yeah,
she's not getting the opportunities that I feel she deserves.
Yeah, you're right.
I almost wonder why they brought her in, because she hasn't really done anything. I thought they were gonna shoot her to the moon, which honestly I don't particularly care about. But like, I thought that they were about to bring her in and just whoosh, like, but they didn't. Like, it was weird. Like, they kind of did. They started to, and then all of a sudden it was just like, okay, she got her shit. Now let's go. Let's go back to this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
because Tony Khan's been just kind of just going crazy with the money, like been hiring people left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I can already tell most of the people that he. I can already tell. I can already tell most of the people that he hired. They go and once their contract expires, they're going to go back to the WWE. Like Keith Lee is one of them.
Oh yeah.
Or they're just going to leave.
I can see a bunch of
I already
guys.
know. I already know Swerve and
I
Keith
can
Lee.
too.
I already know Swerve and Keith Lee. They're going to go back to WWE eventually.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about Keith, but Swerve for sure.
Yeah.
Swerve,
Why do you think that? Because Swerve, they were talking about there was some little thing about like Swerve going back to WWE and feeling salty because Hit Row was back or whatever, and they was like, as far as we concerned, it's just us three or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Somebody made a tweet talking about him eventually making that jump back to it, and he said in one word, "Nope." So I don't think he's gonna go back. I mean, all things considered, and we already know why Keith won't go because let's face it, that man has got PTSD from what they tried to put him through in NXT.
But that's Vince. That's Vince's reign, though. Like Triple H actually likes Keith Lee.
Yeah, but you that type of PTSD, you really don't get rid of, especially if they try to make you change everything about yourself.
I guarantee
but
you,
that was a Vince thing, though.
I know, but
I guarantee you, let Triple H get a couple of minutes with him on the phone. You know.
Yeah.
And if he say bring Mia back.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
Mia's under contract at Impact right now, so we'll see how that goes.
But that was Mia's call because Mia says she really doesn't like being in the limelight. She just likes to wrestle, but she doesn't like to be in the limelight.
Yeah. All right, let's get through Dynamite because we still got a lot of
we got
a lot to talk about just from Dynamite. So Britt Baker she had a match with Kylan King. She was sprinted to the ring with a kendo stick. Hammy Bader and they retreated. Tony Storm wasn't too far behind. Tony Schiavone then was backstage with AEW champions Swerve and Our Glory. Swerve and Keith Lee then gave a title shot to the Acclaimed, which I thought was kind of strange. But anyway, then we had the AEW World Title Unification match.
Oh boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Houston, we have a problem.
Let's just unpack this real quick because even in the actual results from the main site, it's very short. Mox and Punk locked up in the center of the ring with a collar elbow tie-up. Mox swarmed Punk in the corner with stiff shots. Punk slapped Mox in the face with an open palm strike. Punk used a barrage of knees and then a high kick to Mox's head. Punk collapsed to the mat holding his left foot. Mox nailed Punk with the King Kong lariat. Mox used hammer and anvil strikes and then the Death Rider. Mox used a second Death Rider and then 1, 2, 3.
When that happened,
the match was actually longer than
we all had the O face. I had the O face at home.
I was like, okay, did someone fuck up? I was like, did something happen? Did somebody hurt? Like that was the first thing I thought, but then I was like, damn.
There's a lot of ways to unpack this, and I'm gonna go around the room. Number one, we don't know what this shit means for All Out. That's number one.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited because we are going into pretty much AEW's WrestleMania. All Out. I mean, we saw what the fuck happened last year, All Out. We're pretty much going into their WrestleMania. And we have no fucking idea what the world title match picture is going to look like at that event. So this is very, very exciting.
They probably have no idea.
Oh yeah, Knicks. Both JD from NY and Knicks, they pointed out something about that angle. Like you notice when the camera panned to CM Punk looking up at Moxley holding the title, that kind of hinted that he might turn heel.
I feel like Punk has been kind of sort of brewing to become heel the entire time he's been in AEW.
And you notice that a lot of fans are just turning on him all of a sudden. And like you got a whole bunch of people like just put on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook how Triple H was right all along.
Yeah. So a lot of people have turned on Punk. And even fans are wondering what this means anyway.
Even AJ turned on him. I was like, what? Not AJ Lee, but AJ Styles. I'm like, dude, you probably wouldn't even have a job in the WWE if it hadn't been for CM Punk. So what are you doing?
But with this squash match, pretty much. I mean, it's Jon Moxley, but at the same time, this is CM Punk. This is the guy who not even a week later from this match, about a year ago, he debuted on Rampage and shut the wrestling news world down for like 2 weeks straight.
Mm-hmm.
And to lose in a squash match in Cleveland, because as we all know, Cleveland is Punk's bad luck city.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's Mox's hometown.
All I know is like, yo, what the fuck are they doing right now? Because it's exciting, but it's like, what are we doing?
AEW right now has cornered the market on chaos, where their unpredictability is their draw. Because you in WWE, for better or for worse, they can be predictable at times. But with AEW, just when you think somebody's going to do something, you see a whole nother creature come out of nowhere and just start smacking people left and right. It's like, wait, I didn't see this coming. And that's how the talk starts. So right now, AEW, they got everyone in the palm of their hand.
Lou, what you think?
So
When she starts like that, you're about to get a diatribe, y'all. I'm just all I gotta say.
Give it to
Let's
me.
go.
So I like to dive deep into the like behind the scenes, like secrets and stuff. Sean Ross Sapp is one of my favorite people. So like they were
Sean Ross
saying
Sapp.
that huh?
So it's Sean Ross Sapp. He's his favorite person.
I think Punk got a lot of heat on him. And I think Tony don't know what to do right now. Like I don't think that any of this is like anything that they planned. I feel like they are kind of just like throwing stones and seeing what sticks type of deal, because like I don't think they know anything that's going on right now. I think they like, what the fuck are we gonna do for All In? I feel like Punk lost that as punishment, right? But at the same time, that's a really big punishment for something like that. You know what I mean? And not trying to belittle the situation, but you know what I mean? Like,
it ain't the first time.
It's like a pedestrian punishment for something, and that's like that's.
I mean, that's not the first time something like that has happened, though. Because you remember, like WWE did that a couple of times. Like when Big Show became the champion for the first time, he started like fucking around backstage, and then he quickly lost that title.
True.
But I mean, like, I guess you can't really hold Punk over everybody else in that way and be like, well, it is Punk, so you can't really. I guess, but this like okay, so I went live a couple weeks ago, I think, and I was talking about this, and I was like, oh yeah, definitely Punk is gonna get it, and then this happened, and I don't know if I knew he wasn't gonna get it, but there was like, it was a question that he might lose it, but then like for him to actually lose it, you know what I mean? Like,
this shit is so wild, go.
To speculate is one thing, but to see it actually happen,
yeah, and in that way, Cause I was like, oh, this match about to be good as fuck. Let me go. I was about to get up and go get something to drink real quick and run back. That shit would have been over.
Yeah.
Bro, can you imagine everybody who went to the concession stand trying to get their shit
Yo,
quick and they came back and
I
it
Oh,
was
I
was
know they would have
over?
been pissed.
Oh,
pissed.
Bruh, that $17 hot dog wasn't worth that bullshit.
you know it was $17.
$17 hot dog and a $6
No
soda.
condiments.
You know,
I was on the phone when that happened. Like I was just talking to somebody, and I told them about this match. Like he couldn't watch it, so I'm telling him what's going on. It's like, oh, there's no way he's gonna win. Let's wait. And I just went pause for like a good few minutes. I was like, what the fuck?
Can I say for a minute that I watched the recap through Wrestle Talk, and I had to apologize for my reaction, but when it happened, I screamed and started laughing. I was loud. Even my neighbor's daughter was like, "Daddy, he's laughing really hard." I could hear her through my wall. I was like, "What the actual? Are you serious?" And I was done. I was laughing so hard. I said, "Fucking AEW, boy, y'all done threw that boomerang at some shit. You done threw that boomerang at a polar bear and a kangaroo and came up and kicked a koala in the ass and the kiwi keeping score. What the fuck?"
So
I watched that work.
Here's some wild accusations of what the fuck's gonna happen next. I'm gonna go for some wild shit to me, the most obvious solution. Let's just say at the pay-per-view, Jon Moxley has an open challenge.
Oh my god.
And whoever the fuck comes out and challenges for the title. It might be Hangman Page. Maybe Hangman Page doesn't join the Dark Order team once 10 is injured, because that happened at Rampage. Possibly, I don't know. It could be him. What if, because we're in Chicago, CM Punk takes a sensu bean and he is healed immediately, and he comes back out, faces Jon Moxley, and he takes title back in Chicago. Hometown win for a hometown win. Or, to me, the most obvious solution to this is that we get Mox and MJF.
Knew you was gonna say that.
At All Out.
I knew it.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
the only thing that is both compelling and makes sense.
But you couldn't have MJF go over Mox right now, especially not with Blackpool Combat Club being as dominant as it is. You can't have him go over that. And then on top of it, you're trying to get Daniel Garcia to come to Blackpool Combat Club, but then you're gonna have Mox lose the title. Nah,
yeah, you splinter that. Yeah, you splinter that. That's
because you're taking too much away from some stuff that could, you know what I mean?
Hey, what's up, nephew?
Judy.
Now, I will say this. Now, here's an option that you don't see AEW do very often. Somehow turn it into a triple threat.
Mm.
Turn it into a triple threat completely out of nowhere. Do the same thing with MJF that WWE did with Johnny Gargano. No announcement, no fanfare, no press. He just comes through. He literally walks through and just interjects himself into the mix.
A triple threat with who?
MJF, Punk, and Jon Moxley.
But they're really selling this Punk injury, though.
Punk lost and he's injured.
They're really selling this Punk injury, though. They're really selling it.
Yeah. But I can also see, they're going to throw in, he has the rematch clause, that bullshit. They're going to throw that kayfabe rematch clause. So
I don't think they will, though, because if he's this injured, he's gonna have it and then just get beat again. Like, so they're just gonna keep handing it off to each other. Like, they can't do that yet, because they made a really big deal about saying he came back too early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made a big deal about saying, and they said it more than once, which is,
there is an X factor that I think we're all missing, and either we can't see it or it's just so obvious, or there's something that we're not seeing. But AEW right now, it's
right here, and we're just choosing not to look at it.
It's It's the
It's
dog
better than
biscuit on the
you and you
nose
know
right
it.
now. It's the Dorito on the nose right
It's
now.
better than you and you know it.
Damn, I'm hungry. I said Doritos. I'm hungry now. So
All right, yo. Christian Cage is backstage. Tony Schiavone still talking shit about Jungle Boy. Absolute Ricky Starks came out to the ring to cut his promo. He
What a
has a
promo.
$5 ass whooping to give
Mhm.
to
What a
Hobbs at
promo.
All Out, and that shit's gonna be fire. I hope Ricky beats
Amazing.
Man.
breaks off by like
I saw Ricky Stark at NWA first time. I said, this kid has got that factor.
yeah.
He's amazing.
He is.
He's
He is
super
definitely
slept
one
on. He's amazing.
He's got such charisma, and he
So
commands the
much.
attention as a heel and as a
He's
face.
so good.
He's so good.
I don't like him so much as a face. I like him more as a heel, but he's good in both.
As
Yeah.
a face, he's more of an anti-hero. He's
Yeah.
more of a fuck it, I'm gonna do it whether you like me or not. I can see him
Mhm.
doing that.
And I can say with all confidence in my man skin that Ricky Starks definitely has more yams than Tony Storm. But anyway, moving on to the final match. Holy shit.
What?
Y'all
The
ain't seen that shit
actual
before.
Barnes and Noble is wrong with you.
See, look, now I owe it to myself. Wait, hold up a minute. You're not just gonna speed past like you didn't just say that shit. Hold on.
This is the Color
Y'all ain't
Commentary
seen-
Wrestling
Y'all-
Podcast.
y'all
We
act like
get
y'all
over
ain't
shit. You're
Y'all
gonna
act
think
like
about it
y'all
after
seen
the
Ricky
fact. We're
Starks'
gonna
cheeks.
end this thing and just go.
Ricky
"What the fuck did
Starks.
he
I
just
was
say?"
just gonna compliment him on his spirit because he has a pretty nice spirit. That you just come out of nowhere with the
Ricky Starks is double cheeked up every Wednesday night on TBS.
It's good though. It's good. Like it's really good.
Of course,
it's
you
like
enjoy
he
it.
worked for it. He worked for it. It's good.
It's that good cake. Yeah, it's that good cake.
shit.
Yeah.
Say no,
It's
ain't no
gluten-free.
PBL here. Ain't no PBL over here.
So you were saying before we really interrupted about food and cakes and yams and stuff. And
Yo,
whatnot.
final match of the night. AEW Trios Tournament semifinal bracket, Death Triangle and United Empire. Holy shit.
That was amazing.
Meltzer gave this a 5-star and for good fucking reason.
You
He
already knew
did?
that. Yeah.
Yes.
He did. You knew Osprey and
Wow.
United Empire were not going to lose this.
First of all, Osprey's a fucking cheat code. Let's just call that what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
He is a living cheat code, and him in there with
Mhm.
Ray Phoenix. Holy,
I'm
Oh
just
my
like
Amazing.
I knew they weren't Osprey was gonna lose, but I'm just so tired of seeing the Death Triangle catch L's, man.
Mm.
They never win, especially during the big matches like this. They never win. They're like the number one like jobber faction.
And they kind of explain why, because they still going back and forth from AAA to AEW, and they catch a lot of wins in AAA. But it'd be nice to see them get some wins here in the States as well, you know.
but
like a team up.
somebody last week on the podcast said this is exact same shit that they weren't
Mhm.
going to win because they're always taking L's, and y'all know who said that shit.
Yep.
Yep.
They are our team of Serpenticos. Yes, they are our team of Serpenticos.
And most of the time, it's always the heel messing with their mask.
Exactly.
Like, thank God they didn't do it this week, but every time they fighting the heels always mess with their mask.
Yeah. But of course, we had Aussie Open pull out the W in the end, which means that next Wednesday, people, we are going to have
A fucking crazy match.
Aussie Open, the United Empire
Versus the Elite.
We're gonna
It's
have
gonna be so good.
Will Ospreay on this side and Kenny Omega on this side.
Can I?
And
I
I
say
don't
that
know who I want to come out on top.
It's
I
New
don't
Japan all over
fucking care.
again.
I just
don't
want to
care
see
either.
it.
I can honestly say this will be the first Dynamite that I'll actually be able to watch because I'll be in Atlanta.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually glad I'm not doing live sale with your ass this next week. I'm very glad I'm not doing live sale. I'm very glad. Nothing against you. But this match here, I probably would have told you that at 8. Yo, I ain't feeling too good.
You know that you know the tome inside my brain. I continue to write things, and there's a big bold note with your name on it, you little shit. But I ain't mad at you though. I feel the same way.
I got anal glaucoma. What the fuck is anal
Not
glaucoma?
glaucoma.
Really?
I got anal
Really?
glaucoma. What is
See-
anal glaucoma?
See, that's when
can't-
KD come in the back and smack you in the back of the head. It's like, well,
can't see-
no, we all wear glasses. Fuck you.
I can't
What's
see
wrong
my
with you?
ass coming in.
Oh my god! Actually,
Thank you. I could have put it better myself.
That was new. I ain't never heard that one before.
New shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, let's wrap this up with Rampage. Before we go to Rampage, real quick, y'all, real quick. Hot take: is Rampage must-see TV?
Not really.
No.
Usually the matches are kind of like, why was that a main event? Or we could have just watched that on Dark or something like that.
Yeah.
And
plus,
it has anything to do with the fact that it comes on at 10?
yes, like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like we all got stuff to do on Friday nights, man. Like,
I hate to say it, they have turned Dynamite into the convention, and Rampage is the aftercon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
and it's definitely not helping at the fact that Triple H is now running SmackDown too. So SmackDown is getting interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
and after you've had that good feel of SmackDown, you kind of want to just call it a night and go do what you're gonna do. You're not really trying to watch at least one more hour of wrestling.
Mhm.
You watch 3 hours of wrestling every Monday, and I try and do it again on Friday night, even if it is with separate companies.
Yeah, it's Friday night. The demographic that they're trying to appeal to, they all doing something. Like it's Friday night, and you're trying to cater to the 20 to 34 demographic. Like
There's a lot of
people-
wrestling shows on Friday nights too. Like,
Yeah.
so if people are actually going out and watching indie wrestling, it's on the weekend.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
All right, so at Rampage, the trios title tournament kept moving. House of Black versus the Dark Order. We had a interruption in that match by Miro, costing the House of Black the match, but we also had 10 from the Dark Order kind of suffer a knee injury or re-aggravated knee injury due to Malachi Black. So we may see him pulled out of that picture and replaced with Hangman Adam Page, which could possibly be setting up for the trios titles, the Dark Order and the Elite. Very, very interesting take there. FTW champion Hook was backstage with Lexi Nair, Angelo Parker, and Matt Menard were still talking shit how they're gonna take the title. Kind of hope they do at this point because there's much shit they talking about it. We'll see what happens. TNT title match: Wardlow versus Hollywood Hunk, Ryan Nemeth. We all know what happened there. It was a squash, pretty much. Lexi Nair is backstage with Andrade's family office. Of course, they're still beefing with Private Party. I thought they already broke up. I don't know. Powerhouse Hobbs with Ashton Day. Nice little squash there. Continue to set up the Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks match. TBS champion Jade Cargill and the baddies were backstage with Lexi. Athena charged out at Jade, not wanting to wait. Security had to separate them. Then we had the mixed tag match, Ortiz and Ruby Soho versus the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello. I'm not even sure why they even booked this match. I mean, we kind of guarantee now with Ortiz doing his solo thing and Ruby Soho, they were going to lose anyway.
In the words of Dexter, because they're stupid.
Basically. Footage was shown from the aftermath of CM Punk losing the championship match. Yeah, he pretty much gave his leg gave out during the match, and then we had the Ring of Honor World Title match for our main event: Blackpool Combat Club Claudio versus Dustin Rhodes.
That was a good match. I ain't gonna lie.
It was good. It was damn good. Like we said last week, it was gonna be a damn good match, but we all knew it was gonna happen in the end. Moving on to the Smackdown.
Headbutt to the hoo-ha.
Ricochet defeated Happy Corbin, which I was very, very happy to see. Ricochet doing his damn thing.
Hot damn time.
Yes.
Karrion Cross.
Yes. Yes.
Karrion Cross cut a little promo message for Drew McIntyre. Natalya and Sonya Deville defeated Dana Brooke and Tamina, Shotzi and Xia Li, and Nikki Ash and Doudrop in a last chance fatal four-way match for the tag team titles. Of course, we know Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark were not able to compete, so they swapped them in with Toxic Attraction. But then Gigi Dolan was injured, so now they were out, so therefore we had this match. Sheamus and Gunther met eye to eye. They kept locking eyes the entire time their squad fought amongst themselves, which I don't know. It's kind of weird, but
that was actually kind of cool.
Got me hyped for it. I was like, all right, I can dig it. I like this. Raquel Rodriguez then defeated the recently winning Natalya and Sonya Deville to book their place in the WWE Tag Team Women's Championship Tournament Final. The New Day tricked the Viking Raiders and beat their asses with kendo sticks, feigning an injury. Drew McIntyre then defeated Sami Zayn, while Roman Reigns delivered a message after the match, beating the absolute shit out of Drew McIntyre. And that is your wrestling for the week. Any highlights from you guys?
Wrestling. That's the highlight.
I'm not gonna lie. My two big highlights were Johnny Gargano coming back, and then of course that trios match. Holy shit!
Also, if you go on Drew McIntyre's Instagram, he shows like pictures of the welts that's on his back from them chair shots. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, they beat his ass. Definitely for real. All right, y'all. Let's hop into some news. The House of Cards is falling. AEW was preceded by the Dynamite taping was preceded by a town hall meeting of sorts from talent and Tony Khan, touching on a number of topics, including talk issues between various wrestlers. Later that meeting, a tearful Thunder Rosa said during the broadcast she was unable to compete for the women's title match. But also Joe Lanza, who is with Voice of Wrestling's Instant Reaction Live podcast, said this, quote, "There are way more on-screen feuds where the people legitimately hate each other more than people think in AEW. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa cannot stand one another. They have been mortal enemies for years now at this point. They can't look each other in the eye. They hate each other's guts. Jamie Hayter now cannot stand Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa broke Jamie Hayter's nose during a match. Then Thunder Rosa was scared that Jamie Hayter was going to beat the living shit out of her and was hiding in a bathroom. Things are ugly in the back, and this is why they're having meetings. And all of this is starting to come out now, and it's just a mess. I don't know if Thunder Rosa legitimately can't wrestle or if they're just sending her away so some people can cool off. I don't know," end quote. What the fuck is going on in AEW?
Guarantee you,
bullying.
Remember that word chaos I was telling you before? Remember that word chaos that I was using quite profusely?
I'll tell you one thing. If I bet none of this wouldn't happen if Cody and Brandy were there, because they kept shit down in the backstage.
That's true. I will say that.
Yeah.
More shit going on. Eddie Kingston has recently come off a suspension. Dave Meltzer reported Kingston was suspended from AEW a few weeks ago after getting into a verbal dispute with Sammy Guevara. That suspension has now ended. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer and Kingston told him that some things that he shouldn't, and he said he was sorry and he owns up for whatever he did. Kingston told PW Insider Thursday morning that, "You know the truth. I won't lie. I was wrong for being unprofessional. That is the blind fact. He did what he did, and the public can judge it. But I know for a fact that I was wrong. The whole incident is Guevara made comments about Kingston's weight, and then Eddie took a swing on him." What
Mm.
is going on in AEW? Niggas is beefing.
Mm-hmm. For real beefing.
First
They
off,
got
why are you picking fights with Eddie Kingston? You know this dude has a hot head. Everybody in the wrestling business knows this dude has a hot head.
They
like
call him the
wrestling,
Mad King for a reason. The man is broken.
wrestling
Okay.
or not. I'm not fucking with Eddie Kingston. Have you like look at him? That man don't look like he all there.
That dude grew up in the streets of New York. Fuck that.
Like he's still like he said mentally I'm still like I'm back in '98. That's when we had drug dealing music. Like not like today where it's drug taking music. We had drug dealing music back in '98.
Yeah. Eddie would be that friend in the group that's chill with everybody, but the minute something jumps off, now everybody in the group's got to keep him calm because otherwise everybody's gonna be in this in a jail cell talking about, nigga, didn't I tell you this shit was gonna happen? We should have
Definitely.
brought
Like
him.
he that guy that you gotta pull out of the club because he done curb stomp somebody like for real. Like he
Yep.
I
done
mean,
gave somebody a Colombian necktie. Like nigga, what is you doing?
Oh God.
we soon as we saw him come out with that gas, we knew.
That's
I
why I
mean,
had to get that shirt.
even
Had
though
to get it.
that was part of the storyline, that's something he would probably do in real life. He'll be trying to
No,
burn
for
someone open.
real.
Lord have
Facts.
mercy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
burning house. Like nigga, what is wrong with you?
All bloody face and everything. Like this dude been talking too much shit, man. I gotta burn his house down.
Oh my god.
It just be like that for him, I guess.
Sound
All
like
I
you know your house burned down.
all I know is I really, really do, for the sake of the product that they get it together backstage because we don't need this type of shit spilling out
Yeah.
into
Mhm.
we don't need another, fall of WCW sort of thing where we have,
Dark
real
side of the
life.
ring.
Yeah, we don't need that shit happening in AEW. AEW is too good of a promotion. They've done quite well. I want to see them around for a long, long, long time. So Tony Khan, Sammy Guevara, Jamie Hayter, y'all get y'all shit together, please.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for real. Because
Please.
and also treat your homegrown guys better because the last thing you want is someone like maybe Orange Cassidy, MJF, or Britt Baker heading over to WWE like Chris Jericho and Benoit, Guerrero, and Malenko did back in the day.
Yeah, because you don't want them to get over there and be like, "Oh, I'm so glad I'm here," because woo, child, the ghetto.
Mhm.
Speaking of WWE, my man Triple H is rumored to be making some creative changes to the titles. Now
About damn time.
This comes from Twitter account at BeltFanDan, who's actually a prominent belt maker for wrestling companies and a collector, and has broken belt-related news stories in the past. So he's very reliable. Says rumor mill has it Triple H is making numerous belt changes. The WWE is set to crown women's tag team champions next week on Monday Night Raw, and they have put a renewed emphasis on the secondary titles, Intercontinental and US titles. So, me and Static were chopping it up earlier, talking about this. As far as these new titles coming, are we going to see brand new designs or maybe some throwbacks?
Can we please get rid of the designs of the world titles, please?
Yeah, I just hate the giant W's. They gotta go.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Them fucking things. Every time I see them, I think of Vince. Get rid of them shits. If you're gonna do it, give them style, give them class, not that over cartoonish crap that you've seen done time and time again. Oh my gosh,
Same for the women. Like give them their own titles.
I could see them leaving that design on the WWE title, but that's it.
That's something.
Like of course, I mean, change it, of course, change it, but definitely make it different from the Universal title, both women's titles, definitely the tag titles, because the tag titles are just fucking copy paste like the every other title. And the mid card titles, the Intercontinental, I think is okay, but that US title, that shit's got to change.
Oh no,
that shit has got to change. Yeah, he said earlier he had to dip anyway. But Like, what do you think? Do we think we get new titles or maybe some throwbacks?
I'm totally down with new titles, but if he brings back Big Gold, I wouldn't complain.
For the Universal, maybe?
Probably.
I could see Roman carrying that around. Roman could definitely carry that around pretty well. I could see that.
But yeah, definitely get rid of those tag titles and just make new ones.
Oh yeah, the tag titles been need a facelift. Like even before they made them, red and blue, the black ones with the gold or the copper faceplates.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah,
they look
ain't
like
it, man.
giant pennies.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like these like pennies and loafers. I'm like, yo, this not it. This not it. If they bring back those classic world tag team titles, like back when Demolition held them, or LODs to hold those titles, yeah, bring those back. Those
Or when the Outlaws had them.
Yeah, those were beautiful titles. Definitely bring those back. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Maybe we can get some of the color out of the NXT titles as well too, because right now they just look like ooh, like I'm the world champion. Yes.
Stop. Oh my God.
Hey,
Is that supposed to be Mandy Rose?
Actually, I was doing Sunny Kiss, but I digress. Anyway. All right, y'all. Just to wrap this up here, Clash at the Castle is this Saturday. Just 1 week from Showtime. What predictions do we have? Let's go into WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Who do we have winning that one?
Roman.
They have really hyped up Drew, but Drew's not winning that. I'm sorry.
But if he comes out to Broken Dreams, oh my God. Because he's been teasing on his Twitter.
Yeah. You know what? There is that little bit of doubt in my mind that, oh shit, Roman might lose. He might, but I don't think so. They have let Roman do his thing for way too long. I mean, way too long.
What's it been? 2.5 years?
It will be. He would have been Universal Champion 2 years next Friday.
If Roman ever loses the title, there's only a few people I could actually see taking the belt off of him. There's either Cody, Seth, probably Gargano, or because there's rumor that he's coming back, Bray Wyatt.
Hmm.
Can you imagine the Fiend taking the belt off of Roman? Like,
see, my thing is this: if Bray Wyatt does come back, I don't want him to come back as the Fiend. I think the Fiend character has suffered enough because they horribly booked the Fiend.
So you want him to come back to the cult leader gimmick again?
Maybe, or something brand new. I mean, as creative of a mind as Wyndham Rotunda is, I'm pretty sure he is brewing up something brand new. Or if he does go back to the Eater of Worlds, then hey, I'm with it.
I'm okay with the Fiend. I'm okay with it. He hasn't done anything like where you're like even when he was turning into the Fiend, like when he did the straight guy, the happy, that guy, like that was creepy as fuck too. I loved it. So I think whatever he comes back to will be cool.
Of course, we know for that championship match at Clash of the Castle, we'll have Karrion Kross lurking in the shadows. Maybe even Sami Zayn if the bloodline turn on him. So we'll see what happens there. SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler. Who do we have picking that up?
I think Liv Morgan will retain just by an inch. She's gonna be taking her ass whooping in that match because Shayna Baszler. That's what I love about her. She's always beating the crap out of every babyface. But Liv is gonna pull something off, and she's gonna win.
I see her winning too, but I think they should turn Liv heel. I think they should, because right now, whether WWE wants to admit it or not, that match that happened at SummerSlam, that was a double turn just because of the way it was booked in the end. People are now cheering Ronda Rousey and they're booing Liv Morgan. Every time Liv is out there, you tapped out. You tapped out. They're not happy with her as champion right now. So that was a double turn that happened at that match. So I said go ahead and turn her heel and let her have this annoying fucking title run.
Kind of like JBL.
Yeah. That'll be annoying as shit. Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther versus.
Hold on, we didn't get Lou's opinion.
Oh yeah, Lou. Who do you have winning the women's championship match? SmackDown. Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler.
I ain't been watching anything on WWE. I ain't even gonna lie.
Okay, IC Championship match, Gunther and Sheamus. Who we got?
Gunther's gonna retain.
Yeah, I think he's gonna retain too, but it's gonna be one hell of a match. It's gonna be as my man Big E said, it's gonna be a lot of man meat, a lot of man slapping meat going on.
I mean, Sheamus ain't no pushover, but I really think Gunther's gonna retain the title.
He probably will.
And I'm so happy that Sheamus opened up his he reopened up the Celtic Warrior workout on YouTube.
Oh, okay, dope. I have to check that out then.
Yeah, I was using that YouTube all throughout the pandemic, man. I'm so happy he brought it back.
Dope. Get some swollenness going on in the Color Commentary podcast.
Well, what is it? He just like exercises and stuff.
Yeah, he even have other WWE superstars comment showing some of their routines that what they do to stay in shape. He had everybody on there. He had Xia Li, he had Jeff Hardy, he had Finn Balor, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins. Everybody in the WWE roster appeared on the show. Just about everybody.
Wow.
Anybody
check that out.
Anyone that can Finn Balor is a fucking animal.
Celtic Warrior workout.
Celtic Warrior workout. Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
Seth Rollins and Riddle. Who do we got?
Riddle. I think Riddle's gonna win.
I think we may have the return of Orton and him costing Riddle the match.
That's a good one.
They're not friends no more.
Well, Orton right now is injured. But he may come back to cost Riddle the match. Because of course they lost the tag team titles, and there you have that. And then finally, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
As much as I like Bianca, I honestly think they're going to give the win to Bayley and her team, because if they want us to take them seriously as a force, they're going to have to let them get that win.
Yes, I agree. And of course, they need to book it so that either Alexa or Asuka get pinned.
Yes.
I was just about to say Asuka is going to take the pin. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, you can't let them pin your current WWE Raw champion. You can't do that.
Or at least have Alexa take the pin.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna have Alexa take the pin. Well, I be forgetting that Vince's not there no more.
Yeah, Alexa or Asuka need to take that pin. Now the thing about this match, do we see a return coming? Because this could very well be the match where we see a returning Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's a trio, and this is a tag team.
Right.
Hey, but they could align themselves with Bianca.
They could.
Bianca could get pissed off about losing. They could do something like that. But then again, I don't know what's going on there. I'm making stuff up now.
All right, Static Jones. Final thoughts on the night. We talked about a lot of stuff. We had predictions for Clash of the Castle, the belt changes being made in WWE, and the dumpster fire that is AEW right now. Final thoughts, my man.
In the words of Justin Roberts, the ring announcer, ladies and gentlemen, shit's about to hit the fan.
Yeah, shit is crazy right now. Lou, final thoughts.
I don't know nothing about WWE, but AEW needs to get that shit together.
Oh yeah.
Big ass facts. Big ass facts. All right, y'all. This has been the CCW podcast. Wherever you at, hope you're still watching, my guy. We bid you all adieu. Goodbye and good night. Bang.